Now before you guys get too excited, I was not able to go to the entire weekend. I could only go on the Sunday, so I was unable to meet Colin or Jen, but I was able to go on the Sunday where I got to meet Lana and Bex, and Lee and Beverly. So the morning of, I get up super early. We leave with plenty of time to get there. Oh my gosh. Now as soon as we walk into that amazing hotel, you're just kind of like wandering in there with my friend, and I brought my new Once Upon a Time backpack there. I posted this on Twitter, like the first thing that I see when I walk in is just a oncer coming down the steps with their friend. How did I know it was a oncer? Because she was wearing a red leather jacket and a Snow White wanted poster shirt. Anyway, so we made eye contact, and I'm wearing this, you know, Once Upon a Time shirt here. And we just like look at each other, and then she goes like this. So I go like this back. So we go to exchange like our tickets for like physical tickets and stuff, and we get our wristbands. I threw my wristband away, I think. I don't know where I put it. And I kept my tickets, but I don't know where they are. So we get this little itinerary, what do they call it? You know, schedule for the whole weekend. But I'm just like, okay, just go to the last page because it's already Sunday. I was looking online and it was saying like different events. They had like the cosplay contest, which is on Saturday. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to participate in that. And then I found out the trivia was on Friday, and I wanted to do that. They should really post like what days they have certain events, because it says like there's a trivia game, there's a cosplay contest and stuff, but like they don't say what day. Train, you're not even supposed to honk your horn. I was glad that this schedule came out before going to the convention, because it says that, you know, they start at 10, but then when the schedule came out it says they don't actually start till 10:30 for general admission people like myself and my friend. 10 o'clock is only for like gold panel people who get to go to the meet and greet. Anyway, so we get there and we have plenty of time before the first event, which is photo op with Lana. That's our first thing of the day, is getting a photo with her. Like, so much excitement in the beginning of the day. So since we have a little bit of time, we decided to, you know, look around at some of the vendors area. They have a whole bunch of shirts, as you have seen. I knew going to this convention I was going to be buying this shirt, and I had a feeling it was going to be expensive, like about $30, and that's exactly how much it cost. And that was like my limit too. Like, I will not pay a penny over $30 for a shirt. They also had a lot of pictures of the cast that like you could buy for them to have signed, and they're only $6. I'm like, well, that's not bad, but I'm like, but I already bought stuff for them to sign. But then I was like beginning to like doubt myself. Like, well, maybe just in case. So I bought this. Oh, that's where the tickets were. I put them in here. So I bought this and then decided to not have Lana sign this. Just have her sign the picture that we took together. Anyway. Oh, they also sell these little pocket protectors for $1 each. And I told them how many I wanted, you know, like 5. They miscounted and gave me an extra one. Thanks, I guess. So I do have my wristband in here. So here's my general admission wristband. Here are my tickets from my photo. Was it photo? Yeah, photo with Lana and Rebecca. Really trying to tell the story in chronological order. Okay, so next up, after me and my friend both bought the same shirt, and I think we both bought the same mug, but I'm gonna get into that later. So we look around, we see a whole lot of other oncers wearing shirts the vendors are selling, and I see a whole lot of Hot Topic merchandise. So now it's time for us to go get our photos with Lana, and they're taking people in groups of 50, and luckily I had a low number, so I was able to go in that first group of people. And then, so at this point, it's still like the beginning of the day, it's still early, and I hadn't seen any of the Once Upon a Time cast members yet, and we're going into the room, and it's kind of like blocked off a little bit, and then like, just as we're getting closer, I finally see Lana, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's here, she's right there. And she's wearing a Star Wars shirt. Oh my gosh. So when it's, okay, first of all, the person who went before us, I saw her picture on Twitter. She had the tie, and like, Lana was pulling it back. That girl, she was right before us. Like, I saw her picture getting taken. Anyway, so I was wearing this shirt, and then Lana's looking at it, and then she laughs, and then she's like, yeah, maybe she's right. Maybe she should have had an orchard. And I'm just like, oh my god, she's talking to me. And like, she just like keeps talking. I'm just like, just smiling like an idiot. So we just had a photo with Lana. I'm shaking. Like, she had a conversation with her. She liked my shirt. Like, are you good? No. Are you gonna cry? If you follow me on Snapchat, you may have seen that. This is our photo. Can you guys see it? And I did not realize this until the picture came out, but Lana's short. Oh my gosh, I'm like the same height as her. So after that photo, it's time for the first panel. And I also want to say this, having general admission tickets, I think I like that better than having assigned seating, because we still got, you know, good seats, just pick wherever you want to sit. We got aisle seats each time. I kind of needed aisle seats so I can, you know, film stuff. Next up was the Q&A for Lee Ehrenberg, and as my internet friend told me, he does talk a lot about Pirates Caribbean. Most of his questions were about Pirates Caribbean. I only got this one footage from him at the end of his because I had to go do my photo op with Beverly, but from what I did see, like near the end, one of his last questions was like, what's like your favorite scene from Once Upon a Time, and he was talking about the conga line.
Then as the night went on and the scene progressed, he was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. How about, and then we did the conga line, and I don't know, it's probably, weird as it says, maybe that's one of my favorite scenes too. I was saying about the candle, but I love the dwarf conga line.
And Lee also mentioned that he's not going to be in season 7, nor is Granny. Oh, and then I saw Lee casually walking by outside of the auditorium, near where like the photos are, like waiting for our photos to be printed out and stuff. He was just casually walking by, going to the bathroom. That's when I realized, like, oh my gosh, they use the same restrooms we do. Like, guys. Bye. So this is my photo with Beverly, and she also commented on my shirt. Now I remember, like, right before it was my turn too, like, she like paused and was like talking to like the photographer, like, how did my hair look or something like that, and I'm like, I know, it was cool, like she has like a good relationship with like the volunteers and stuff, it seemed like. So after that photo op and Lee's Q&A, there was a little bit of a break. This was, you know, the time for people to go get snacks, because they didn't have like, I couldn't find a place that had like actual food. So we're like, a lot of us winters are going into the gift shop and getting food. The closest thing I found to actual food was like a sort of turnover. I do not think I even mentioned what my friend's name is. So my friend who went with me, her name is Joanne. She's also a huge Once Upon a Time fan. So since we had a little bit of a break, we're going back to the vendors area. My friend was telling me like we should get the mugs now. They have these cute little mugs, only $10, and like they're heat resistant mugs. Like you pour hot coffee or whatever, or is it cold, and like it disappears. And she was telling me like we should get that now before they sell out. And I was like, I guess, sure. So we got the same merchandise. We both got the same shirt. We both got the same mug. So I bought that mug then, and I'm glad that I did, because like literally 10 minutes later, when it was time for the auction, there was only one left and they were auctioning that one off. Anyway, I went to the auction for a little bit, but then I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford any of this stuff, so I just charged my camera some more. So next up was our photo with Rebecca, and that was pretty cool, you know, just, I don't know, like, a lot of the actors were just like exactly how I thought they were going to be, because like I've seen so many like videos and stuff from them at conventions, like they're exactly what I expected, and that's great, and that's amazing and wonderful. So this is our photo with Rebecca. Yeah, she's tall. Ah! So for Beverly, aka Granny's Q&A, I finally got up and asked her a question. She talked a lot about other movies she did, like one movie she did in the 90s with Clint Eastwood, and she sang a little bit. She has a good voice. Very talented cast. I mean, we've seen her sing from like the musical episode briefly. And I finally got up and I asked her my question.
Personality, everyone's putting in their happy ending. So what is Granny's happy ending? Well, everyone's in my restaurant, and all the families are together, and people all have their babies. And maybe my happy ending is they actually paid the bill.
So my friend recorded my question off of her phone, and then it wasn't working well, it would not send to me, so I had to record it off of her phone, which is why that footage may not look that great. And the same thing happened with my question for Lana. Yes, I asked Lana a question too. Also, my friend cut off the video too soon. One thing that Beverly also mentioned about her happy ending, besides, you know, them finally paying the bill at Granny's, was also Geppetto. For Lana's panel, the line started like as soon as Lee came out to introduce her.
She's my friend, and that probably is the thing that I like the best about her, is that she's just easy to love. Enjoy the next little time with our queen, Let's hear it for Lana Parrilla!
It was an amazing experience, man. It's incredible. So after that Q&A, it was time for the last photo op of the day. Oh, by the way, there were a lot of cosplayers there at this convention, and there was a family of cosplayers. There was the son, who was about, I don't know, 13, who cosplays as Henry, and I got him confused with another boy cosplaying as Hook. And then his mom cosplayed very, very well as the Evil Queen. And there was another Evil Queen cosplayer who was also really flawlessly done, and like everyone commented on hers. Everyone's taking pictures. Even Lana and was it Beverly commented on their outfits. So the last photo of the day was with Lee. I think after the photo he was saying like thanks for coming. So after all the photos, it was time for the last part of the day, the autographs. So after this super cool, amazing, wonderful day, we go out to dinner. The day of this convention, we're both a little sick. Like I'm like kind of I've been like getting a cold coming on for like a week, but like nothing ever really came of it. It was just kind of like a really minor cold. My friend was also a little congested, and it's just like, what if we get them sick? So we go out to dinner, and this place we go to dinner for has a perfect view of the ocean and the airport. Seriously, like every other minute there was a plane coming in or a plane taking off. I'm talking to my friend like as we're leaving, like going home, and just like, we gotta go again. Well, I still have to meet Colin, and we gotta go again because if they come back to San Francisco, and everyone's like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, but I'm like, but I wanna go again. I wanna do this again. This was incredible. I posted a few things about this convention on Twitter, and one of them was about like once everywhere, once merchandise, once everywhere, it's beautiful, or something along the lines of that. And then Michael Coleman liked that tweet, and I was just like, oh, I wish I could have met you, because he was only there on Friday. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, you can hit the subscribe button down below. I post videos on Sundays and Fridays. And I will see you next time. Goodbye!